This afternoon, we're talking about the fact that numbers matter. All right, Martin Taggart, Team Real Estate. I've got Susie Taggart with me today. Susie is a retired, and I use the air quotes loosely, auditor and figure of numbers of all things. And so one of the most difficult things for home buyers to get a handle on is the numbers. Right. Because they see the granite countertops and they see the backyard barbecue center and they see the beautiful pantry like the one you just got. So they see all these things in these homes, and the dollars go out the window. Yep. And at some point, they quit thinking about the purchase dollars and they start thinking about the monthly payment. Mm-hmm. What can I afford? So this is in March of 2021. As interest rates have risen, which have been about 3/4 of a point since January 1st of this year. So 3/4 of a point in about 3 months. If you took a look at a $300,000 purchase at 2.5%, that comes up to a principal and interest payment of about $1,180. If you raise that interest rate a point to 3.5%, the corresponding dip in purchase power went from $300,000 basically to $260,000. So you lost $40,000 worth of purchasing power in that 1% increase in rate. Now put this another way, every $10,000 increment is worth about $50 a month payment. About, don't shoot the messenger. So the difference between a $260,000 home and a $300,000 home, principal and interest only, is about $200. When you start figuring taxes and other prorations like insurance, it's a little bit of a different figure, but we're just going off the raw numbers. So as a person who's very numbers driven, mm-hmm. How do you explain all these moving parts to somebody? Are we leaning heavily on hoping that the lender does? I mean, our lenders do, but mm-hmm. not every lender does. Or is this a situation where you and the other agents of the team are just whip out the magic marker and the blank piece of paper and start doing your thing?
Well, at the very beginning, when you meet somebody who is looking to buy a home, you have to spend some time to help them understand how the numbers work from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. And if you just spend 20 minutes with that conversation, and some people it takes a little longer, an hour, if you spend that time now, then when those decisions need to be made on the fly, because the market is super fast right now, I never would have thought when I started real estate that we'd see a market like this. Never. And you have to have matched expectations with the real estate agent and the buyer, the real estate agent and the seller, the buyer and the lender. All of those relationships really need to have that matched expectation with regards to the money. The buyer should know exactly how much $10,000 price difference is going to mean to their monthly payment. They should know that because they may be faced with a 15-minute decision on mm-hmm. whether they offer $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 more for a home. And if you can relate it to something smaller that makes a little bit more sense to them, like if I pay $20,000 more for this home, it's $100 more a month. But I have all of the upgrades that I want, those granite countertops and that extra bedroom mm-hmm. or the office or that finished basement, without having to come out of pocket later for those upgrades, then they're more prepared in the moment to make that decision more quickly.
So the two things that people dislike talking about most are mortality and money. Mm-hmm. The third thing is speaking in public. And when you're doing this at a Starbucks, mm-hmm. you're doing all three at the same time. Right? Because depending, so you've got all these things taking place at the same time, because if they spend more than they really can afford, they're going to feel like they want to die at the end of the month, right?
Right.
So if we're putting a cork in this bottle, what would be your best advice possible about understanding the numbers?
Have a really good relationship with your lender. Have a really good relationship with your lender and your real estate agent. The agent can help you understand what the difference in home values mean to you, and your lender can help you understand what that value means to your monthly payment.
There you go. Advice from the boss. Have an awesome day.